When Donald Trump was reelected and entered office, a lot of people thought he had gotten very lucky, that he had inherited an economy that was in really good shape, with low unemployment, with inflation finally coming down after the Biden era, with a high stock market, and with a sense of big technological breakthroughs potentially on the horizon. So, Oren, to begin with, what's wrong with that narrative from your perspective? What is wrong with the American economy in the year 2025 that could make anyone interested in any kind of radical or dramatic restructuring?
Well, I think you described where we were in the business cycle quite well, but I think it's really important to distinguish the business cycle from the long run sort of secular trajectory of the economy. I've used the metaphor of bumps on a downward slope. And I say, if you're sledding down the hill, you can even go over a really big bump and go soaring through the air and, scream, wee, and then you do still land even further down afterward. And I think what we've really seen in the U.S. economy for going on 50 years now is exactly that dynamic. Obviously not in terms of, overall GDP or economists' favorite measures of wealth and material living standards. But when we're looking at the actual well-being and flourishing of the typical working family, their ability to achieve middle-class security, the sort of various social measures that I think are fairly tied to economic opportunity and outcomes, we've seen real decay. And I think that helps to explain why, somebody like Donald Trump has become as successful politically as he has. And it's a problem that has been decades in the making and is going to take a long time to turn around and recover from. But I think it would be a terrible mistake every time we're at the top of a business cycle to say, well, unemployment, is below 4%, therefore the problem is solved, where unemployment has been there, at the top of every business cycle throughout this period. And that hasn't changed the picture of the broader challenges that we have.